this video, I'm giving you a complete analysis of all my matches from the 2023 Jula National Teams Tournament in Washington, D.C. Along the way, I'm going to be joined by my coach, 1996 Olympian and former Chinese national team member, Amy Feng, as well as one of my first students who actually became my training partner, my friend, and my teammate in this tournament, Jake Axoy. For the match analysis, my goal is to give you a full breakdown of each opponent, my strategies against them, and how I was feeling before and after every match. Let's get into it. Okay, bet. What up, channel? This is Jake.
What's up, guys?
Okay, bet. So my first opponent, we're gonna call him Jay because I can't say his name.
Sorry, Jay.
Sorry, Jay, dude. I mean, my B. I pretty much edited in like every funny or cool thing I could think of. Yeah. Like every time somebody knocked a barrier over, right. That's him. You remember when I pegged this kid in the face?
I don't think so.
With the ball?
No.
Hold on. There's a whole segment of this. It's at 7-7. There's a whole segment where I nail this kid in the face and you just die laughing in the background.
Really?
I literally have it right. I'm like Jake wheezing in the background.
Okay.
Like it's like, bro, you're like, oh my god. Bro,
that was tough.
I freaking nailed him in the face.
Yeah, sorry, Jay.
That is the hardest I've ever hit anybody with a ball.
Yeah.
In the face.
That boy got
anywhere.
Straight out terminated.
He got.
Yeah, I remember this kid was like, his range was like 1500, right?
He was 1407, I believe. He's 14 something.
He was a lot better than that. He was definitely like probably 1700.
Low-key, he had me nervous in the first game because all of a sudden he started like rallying me a little bit.
Yeah, I found with him it was like I could just rally him and it was fine because he didn't really put me away.
Yeah, exactly.
So I just got him back.
Okay, so a full breakdown of Jay would be that his serve is definitely the hardest part of his game. His serve is really weird and just like the motion throws you off. The spin he does a good job of varying all the different spins. Like he's not just doing the same serve every time.
It's just like a really unique motion. Like nobody does that.
Yeah, the way that he would go behind and then pull it back. I mean, it looks like it's gonna be illegal and then it's not. Like, and so it's just very like the whole first game I was kind of just adjusting to it. And also like the way he kind of puts a lot of force into the serve, like, but it doesn't really come out forceful.
He'll get into it, bro.
He gets into the serve, but then once you get into the rally with him, it's not as good quality. It reminds me, honestly, a lot of when I first started. Maybe like my first couple years, I just had good serves and maybe a good smash every now and then, and that was it. Like I couldn't do anything else. As far as my strategies against him, honestly, I just tried to get outright points with my serves as much as I could because my serves, he just couldn't read my serves, and so I kind of just did his game to him. Like I just did a lot of serves, a lot of third ball, and then when I had to, I rallied with him. But I mean, most of the time I could put him away or he just couldn't read my serve. So especially around the third game, it wasn't too tough. Did you have anything with your strategies against Jay?
I don't really remember the strategies a lot because it was
the first match.
I'm pretty sure I 3-0'd him, so I didn't really think about it too much.
Yeah.
But you know, just solid serve and then just getting the ball back. It seemed to work fine.
You know, lower level player type stuff. I have a whole video on this on how to play lower level players. Y'all should go check that out.
He did kind of catch me off guard though, because he was only 1400.
Yeah,
and like
he was kind of good. Like
his level was pretty good. We had some decent rallies, and I was like kind of nervous for some points. Yeah. But after like I realized that he didn't really have like a quality to put me away, I was fine.
Yeah, and then for me, how I was feeling, especially for him, he was my very first match of the tournament, and this is the tournament I had been training like 3 months for. So I was super nervous, like in the first game especially. I just wasn't moving good or anything. Like I was just nervous, and I wasn't used to the Jula ball or the table or anything. But then after I got that first game on, and I felt fine, and then after that I didn't feel nervous anymore. I think that covers Jay.
Bet. GG's, Jay.
GG, Jay.
Ben.
The next guy is Ben Sheng. I know all of his stats. Hold on, let me get him pulled up here.
Statistics.
He was 1989.
Very good year.
He was my second man.
You gotta put that in. You gotta put it in.
So Ben had a super nasty inside-out forehand. This man hit the inside-out forehand every single chance he got.
Yeah, it's
Like-
pretty stanky.
The main thing I remember about him is that he just lets the ball fall a lot and he gets a lot of spin.
It looks like he can only get one on though. Like,
Yeah.
He'll wind up and then go like all the way through, and then the next one's a block or it's just a brick.
Yeah, exactly. I knew like if I could get one back that I had a good chance to rally, but like even knowing that, it was still so hard to get one back.
Yeah.
I just couldn't control his attacks. Every time he attacked, I was breaking it, sending it to the sky. I couldn't counter. Like
Yeah.
it basically became just literally who could attack first. And I remember that making me really nervous because that's usually my game with other people is I make them feel that way. But
Right.
he kind of had my own style playing back at me, which was tough.
Yeah, a lot of the points are just he serves and then Nathan either pops it up and he attacks, or Nathan like adds some quality to the ball or some pace back and then he just blocks it, and then
Yeah.
that's the point.
Yeah, and that's what was making me so nervous is he was blocking my shots a lot. So
Yeah.
when I opened, it wasn't finishing him in one shot, but he
Yeah.
was finishing me in one shot.
Yeah, after you get the second or third one on, he like even with he just doesn't have the consistency.
Yeah, exactly.
Like with all shots.
Exactly.
It's either one big loop and then a block, or he gets one block on and then the next one's he misses.
Right, and he also got me with a lot of like surprise shots that were just very unorthodox, like especially the inside out forehand from anywhere.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't take shots that I'm used to seeing regularly, like, and that also I just remember in this game having to get extremely hyped up. Like I remember feeling like I had to really get, because I was so nervous that if I wasn't hyping myself up, I wasn't even gonna do anything. And also, what's crazy is I didn't even know he was so highly rated. Like I didn't even know he was 1989. And he also had that serve that is like he would stand so far, he would throw it and then like get under it a little bit and then
Yeah.
serve. Like very like like typical professional looking serve, but it was just like very exaggerated.
Yeah.
Tragic.
Yeah, it looks like it's just really hard to like read where his forehand is going because his technique is so like unorthodox that
Exactly.
it's you can't tell until it's already on the table.
Yeah, and I think that I should have just accepted that earlier because I did way too much like trying to anticipate what was gonna happen and
Yeah.
not enough just reacting.
Right.
Like I should have just accepted that I can't read the forehand and just started getting back every single time.
Yeah.
I hadn't yet learned that I need to be more aggressive off my serve and more passive off of their serves. That's something that Amy, my coach, just taught me. Watching these videos, she told me that I'm not doing that right. Looking at it now, it's so obvious because like he's serving and I'm going like a third ball, like I'm acting like I can put it away automatically, and that's just not right. You can tell like I didn't have a good idea of when to be aggressive and when to be rallying. I was like trying to rally after my serve and being aggressive off of their serve.
Yeah.
And like it's not my style. Like I know some people play that way, but it doesn't work for me. Really tough to play him because he really forced me to, like I had to hit my third balls and I had to rally at least one shot back, otherwise he's gonna run away with it every time. Yeah, so that was my strategies against him, how I was feeling, and a breakdown. Nice, we nailed that one. Nice.
GG's, Ben.
GG's, Ben. So next up is David Gia. I remember David. He was 1962 at the time that I played him. He was a pen holder, and he was a unique pen holder because his backhand was way better than his forehand. I remember within the first 5 points of the game, I was like, the backhand is really fast. Especially he would return my serves with his backhand super strong. I think that kind of threw me a lot with him. He took me to 5 games, so it was a tough match. Like he was lower rated than Ben, but he was harder for me to play than Ben. You know, I was trying to prepare for things, and like he just plays in a way that I'm not used to seeing. So yeah, this guy was on Ben's team. Like you can watch him do his backhand loop off my serves. They're all really good. And then for the forehand, I think for his forehand, I noticed that he uses his arm a lot. Like he kind of stays close to the table and tries to just spin. He doesn't have a lot of power. And so I noticed that pretty much right off the bat. So I really tried to focus on his forehand as much as I could. But my style tends to be a lot more serving to the backhand and then going forehand. So I kept catching myself getting nervous and then thoughtlessly serving to his backhand. I serve to his backhand, he kills it. And then I'll do like 5 more points and I'll do that same thing again.
Forehand is just like spinny only. It's like he's trying to counter everything.
Yeah,
like, even
exactly.
if it's a slow ball.
Right. And I think in this game, I just didn't do a good job of being intentional with my strategy. The strategy was clear that I should have stayed away from backhand and made him forehand first. You know, and then whatever forehand he does, I'll just take that and go to his backhand with it. You know, that's fine. Or just go forehand again, either way. But never go backhand first. Like, and that's what I was trying to do consistent. Like, I kept going. See, the points I win, I go forehand first. Yeah. He does a good job of forcing you to. Like, he'll serve deep into your backhand so that you'll go to his backhand. But yeah, he was tough. His forehand, when he does start hitting it here in the middle, it tends to just be a really spinny lift. Like he just throws it in the air, basically.
You weren't really trying to flick his serves, were you?
No, I've had a lot of trouble with that. So that's something that I'm trying to work on right now before I go into 2024. Is I want to start attacking short serves more. But I've always been one to just play the shorter balls to the back, just back to the player, and then get back because I'm not consistent enough with my flick. And I find that running in super close and then flicking and then jumping back, I'm too slow for that anyway. You know, like I'm not super fast like that. I probably am now that I've dropped 45 pounds, but the last time I tried it didn't work out too good. He also has the pinhold tomahawk serve, which is pretty legendary. Right. It's like his gotcha serve. Like he only does it to me like every now and then. But when I first saw it, I was like, you got to give him props for the pinhold tomahawk is nuts.
Pretty elite.
It's pretty elite, dude. Also, man's got the double knee brace. That's pretty legendary.
That means you go side to side.
Yep.
If you see an old guy and knee braces, side to side.
Oh yeah,
I had a kid, side to side.
Facts. You know, you're so right. I didn't even think about that. I should have just played him side to side right then.
Richard says that all the time, man. He's like, hey man, if you see somebody with a knee brace or a kid, put him to the corners.
That is so true. I should have done that more.
Immediate tactic. Exploit their health issues.
So my strategy against him, I think my strategy against him was mostly just getting lucky off of me getting stuff back. I think I didn't do a good job of having a strategy. I think I just tried to play really strong against him, and then just every shot just be really strong so that he couldn't tell that I didn't have a strategy at all.
You did a good job on opening his long serves to your backhand. You tend to win most of those points, but I think when he serves you short, you need to do a better job of placing it because you always just give it right at him long, instead of dropping some and doing like some side spin stuff on pushes and all that.
Amy tells me that same thing.
Yeah.
How I was feeling before this match, I had just beaten 1989, so I was feeling super confident.
Flying.
Even though I didn't have a lot of tactics in this match, I was still going for everything. I wasn't being nervous or scared. Like you can see, like I'm playing strong. And I think he knew that, and I think he got a little more passive in the last game because he could tell that I wasn't backing down from anything. And so I think that really just like my mindset. I think just the fact that I was still playing strong off that first match is really what carried me through this one as well. Because I could see the past me getting a lot more nervous in this match and not executing on a lot of these shots, you know, the way that I did.
Did you know his rating?
No, I didn't know his rating either.
That's a pro move in a tournament. If you're playing a lot of people or just in general, don't look at their rating.
Yeah.
It'll make you nervous.
Facts.
Whether it's like really high above you or really low above you, it's just best to not know and then just play your best, and then it's also cool finding out if you beat someone a lot higher than you at the end. It's really exciting.
That's exactly what happened. I looked at Jake after I beat both of those guys, and I was like, what's his rating? And Jake was like 1980, and I was like, let's go. So that's it for David. GG, David.
GG's, bro.
This is the last member of this team. This team we actually went to the 9th game with, and Steven lost in the 9th game. I think he lost 10-12
Hell yeah.
in the 5th game.
Was this the guy that did the weird faces and like did this on the table?
Yes. He would miss the point and then he would like feel the table, which was an interesting part of his game. This is the one match in the tournament that I regret playing not my best, just because it had nothing to do with table tennis. My wife had just shown up to watch me play this match. I got really focused on how she was feeling during the match and if she was doing okay, if she was having fun, you know, blah, 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 because she hasn't come to one of my tournaments in a really long time. And so, you know, all those things happened where, like, I wanted to impress her. I wanted to play well. I just beat 2 1900s right before she got there. So now I was like, now I have to, like, obviously now I have to keep playing good, you know, whatever, because she's here. You know, there was a million things I was thinking about that weren't this guy. You know, I wasn't focused on this guy. I wasn't moving. I was focused on her, and I was thinking about myself and her and how I was looking and my blah, 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 blah. So I ended up losing this match pretty easily. I mean, this guy's good. Like, don't get me wrong. This guy's good. I'm not trying to say take anything away from him. Like, he was a tough game, but I absolutely did not play this game with the amount of focus that I should have for me to take the W. Like, so I took like a whole conversation with my wife. We had to agree for me to just ignore her and prioritize my own tournament and my own experience and just like trust that she's fine and that I don't need to take care of her. And you know, that was a whole thing for us. We had to do that, you know, apart from the match. But we did that before I played any other matches. So this only happened during this one match. So I'm proud if I played with everybody else. I mean, obviously there are some things I regret, but this is the one match where I feel like I just wasted the match. Like I didn't come to the match ready to play at all. As far as an analysis of him as an opponent, he was very classic old man, like Tenergy old man type, you know, like, you know, quick spin shot and catapult effect off the blade, you know. He had weird serves, you know, Just classic. You know, he's just a classic. There's like two kinds of old guys. There's the old dudes who stand right at the table with pips, and then there's the old dudes who still move around pretty good, and then they use soft rubbers and like spin the ball with little technique. That's like
that boy Greg.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you play Greg?
Nah, you played.
Oh.
Greg was a 1960
Greg.
that Jake played.
GG's Greg, big 3-0.
Big.
Got those points.
You did get that man's points, bro. 3-0.
He was kind of triggered.
Greg was legendary though. He used to be 2200 in the 80s, and so he played Jake, and then Jake 3-0'd him, bro.
Had to turn up
clean
for the boys.
It was clean. You were tweaking at one part, and then we had like a really good coaching talk, and then after that, bro, you were going crazy on him.
Flying.
It was insane. Like after that, you came off the next game, and I was like, run it. I was like, I got nothing left to say, bro.
There was a lot of games this tournament where I was going, and then it was in between games, and they're just like, just keep going, man.
Yeah, we're just like, dude, run it up. I will say that this guy, Dimitri, he had a really spinny backhand underspin loop. Like, not so strong, but it was really spinny. And that to me was really, like, tough. And another thing is when he looked like he was hitting the ball hard, it didn't come fast. Bro, literally, like, bro, standing at the table, I look like I'm coaching right now.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't play this guy, like, at all like a player. Look at this.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not even looking at the ball, bro. I'm staring straight ahead.
Suboptimal performance.
Dude, this was terrible. And you know what's crazy is if I had won this, we would have beat that team.
Yeah.
And then we would have gotten place 2 up.
So you're telling me you sold?
No, because, no. Truly, I did sell this, but I beat 2 people on their team, and nobody else did. So
that's valid.
That means that everybody else sold. I can't be expected to beat 3 people on the team, and this is the highest team that we played. Come on.
Hey man.
Come on, bro. Y'all gotta pick up the slack, Steven and Richard. My strategies against him, I didn't have any strategies against this guy because I was playing on dummy mode, and I was tweaking about my wife being there. I couldn't even focus on anything, much less a strategy. That was a good point, though.
Yeah.
You could tell I was hyped up about it.
Yeah,
I got pretty turned up. That was one thing about this tournament. I got really turned.
Dude, you were screaming.
I was getting turned, especially against Daniel.
Yeah, that was a wild game. That was probably the craziest game I've ever seen.
Yeah, I know, right?
A lot of tension, a lot of chose.
It was really crazy.
It was a roller coaster and a half, dude.
Dude, and then the end. So we're here to watch my match analysis of Jinhao. This is my coach, Amy Fang. She played in the Olympics. She's gonna watch the analysis and let you guys know. We're just talking no technique, nothing like that. We're just talking about game experience. Amy's gonna talk about strategy, stuff like that.
Yeah, I was just focused on watching the game. So far, you starting. Basically, when you play choppers, you have to more attacking from your forehand side instead of your backhand.
Yeah.
And you don't have to attacking right away.
Right.
So,
right.
You know, you can push more as many as you wanted to pick up the shot to starting over. But I think basically you using wrong strategies. You're using the attacker against the offense player strategy to play against defense.
Yeah.
So that's why.
Okay, so I played him like he was an attacker, but he's not.
Right.
Yeah.
So but you don't have to open up first, whatever, unless he's very strong attack the first.
And I didn't feel his attack was very strong. I just felt I couldn't finish points. Like I told you, my main strategy was serving underspin into his backhand and then trying to attack the next shot. And when that's not working, I had no other answers.
You see, for chopper, it's two main strategies. You have at least you're just using forehands, soft loop and push back, soft loop, push back. Make them back and first movement. Instead of left and right. I think because they're using probably this guy using long pips backhand.
Yeah, long pips
they're using different rubbers. If you look their forehand and look their backhand, there are two different spins come back and make you confusing.
Yeah, that's how I felt.
So you always stay one side. That's better. Whatever you feel comfortable with. See that shot is because of two spin.
Yeah.
I mean, you can keep looping until he pops up. You'll kill the other side. So just looping one side, kill the other side.
Yeah.
Or you can just soft loop and push back, soft loop, push back, make them back and first movement.
Oh.
And then whenever they come up a push, it's easier to attacking all the way back with the stronger shot.
So what I did wrong was I tried to play him side to side and fast, like how you play aggressive opponents. But with defense, they're not attacking back strong, so you don't need to go side to side. No. You can just hit one side over and over and over again until you get an easy ball.
Exactly.
Okay, yeah, because I definitely made so many mistakes going one good shot and then trying to go the other way, and I'm missing the other way because the spin was weird.
That's how they try to do, mix up your, different spins. Backhand, chop, forehand, chop.
You can see, it's so easy, I'm not seeing the different spins, and I'm trying to attack anyway, and it's not smart. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
So you can keep chopping as many you want. You don't have to be. See, that's too rush.
Yeah.
So you can't, like, if Cup was inverted side, you should, every time he push back with forehand inverted side, you loop that one. Rest of just push. Or you comfortable with the long pitch no spin side, and you're attacking that side. Right?
Yeah, I'm not. I would say I'm more comfortable forehand side. I would say I need to keep trying to go for choppers. For me, I need to go forehand side.
Even you open up a loop, see, that's a good shot. So your drop shot. Even you open up, and they don't pop up, they push back. You push back. That's fine.
Okay, so just in general, you're not trying to finish the point outright. What I did wrong is I'm trying to finish every point right away. And I'm going side to side, expecting that I gave up at the end because he's beating me so bad.
But that's a strategy you're kind of hard to figure out.
Okay, perfect. Okay, well that really actually helped me a lot.
Oh, dude, Ryan.
This one was lit.
I remember.
My game with Ryan was disappointing because I thought I beat a 1900 again and he was 1829.
That's tough. Get right.
Yeah.
Ryan's a very good player.
Ryan is very good, and when he gets to be my age, I'm sure he's going to be absolutely ridiculous.
National team status.
National team status. This kid is crazy.
I've actually played Ryan twice.
Yeah, you played him in North Carolina.
Yeah.
I've also played him twice.
And it was both fifth game losses, so.
I actually beat him this time, and I was disappointed because this entire game you'll see me getting really like hyped up because this is actually the third time I've played Ryan. I've played Ryan 2 times before this, and he beat me both times. Also, he was 1900 both times.
Yeah.
And so when I came to him, I didn't even look at the ratings. I just assumed this kid is 1900. And I played him seriously, like very seriously. Like I got hyped up, like I was playing for real. Yeah. And then I come to look out, I end up beating him, and then I look at his score. He had a bad tournament recently. He went down to 1829. So I ended up getting maybe 3, 4, 5 points from this win. It ended up doing nothing for me. And I was here thinking like this is gonna be like 3 1900s in one tournament. Like let's go. And I was disappointed to find out that is not true.
There's that table tennis XP.
Yeah, but however though, I did beat a player who has beat me the last 2 times, so that does show improvement. Yeah. Ryan's game is very standard for kids that take a lot of lessons. He stays close to the table. He tries to counter spin as much as he can, and he tries to push the ball long because he knows he can't. He pushes long or he flicks. He doesn't do drop shot too much or anything like that.
Very consistent.
Yeah. Well, when you play him, what do you think?
When I played him, it was a lot of backhand, and then I think we both stayed away from each other's forehands because both of our forehands were the strengths in our game.
Yeah.
And I find it really tricky because his forehand has good quality, but since he's like a kid, he would like swing really hard and it wouldn't come as fast as it looks like it would.
Yeah.
Like if somebody taller would swing that hard, I would expect it to like come at me fast, but still had all the quality and everything. So it was just kind of threw off my timing and like my rhythm for the game.
Me too. I felt like it pushed me to lob all the time.
Yeah.
Like I felt like when he would attack, because it wasn't coming that fast, like I would be like,
yeah,
I would just put it up, you know.
I would just swing and then just completely whip it because I went so early.
I have tons of points against him where I'm lobbing, which is like that's atypical for me. Like I
mean,
don't really lob.
It's a strategy for kids. You could totally lob.
Yeah, I didn't even feel like that was a strat though. Like I felt like I just would do it just because. Like the ball, he would go slam and I'd be like this, and then it would fall in front of me, and I'd be like, oh, you know. And so I would just lob it up. Like look right here, like 8-9, I'm lobbing it up.
Throw it up, man.
I threw that one up hella though. Actually, this point is fine. Low key, that was sick. He did get a game on me though. I'm pretty sure. I don't think I 3-0'd him.
Right.
As far as my strategies against him, I mostly just tried to overpower him. Honestly, he got a game on me right there at 1-1 because I realized I was being passive. And then once I realized that, I just started juicing everything. I was putting shots really spinny, really strong on the table, and just not really trying to rally with him at all. Everything I did, I was just trying to kill it. What up? There you are.
Yo.
I don't know. For the rallies and stuff, I just kind of tried to be like getting it back soft a lot.
Yeah, for me it was just like being really patient and like recognizing that he doesn't have the power. Like he can't overpower me.
Yeah.
So like he has like a really like very orthodox play style. And just true topspin, just very pure, but like it's weird because he's a kid, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Because his spin is strong and everything is like really quality, but the pace just isn't there.
Right.
And so like I see this like really good technique forehand, and the ball comes at me fast, and then once it hits the table, it slows down more, and I have to like just recognize like, hey, he's a kid, he can't hit that hard.
Yeah.
And then just be patient, but it's easier said than done. So.
Right. It's still, and also the thing is with kids is they're not hitting that hard, but they take it right off the bounce. And so it's like, yes, the ball's not that strong, but also you don't have that much time to get ready because it's coming back right off the bounce.
It's like fast and slow at the same time.
Exactly. Like the pace, like the frequency of shots that you have to do is fast, but the power coming at you is slow. So it's really weird. It's sort of like if somebody's multi-balling you with a bunch of weak shots, but they're going super fast. They're like, but and so it's just weird when if you don't know how that feels, sometimes kids can just wash you. Like absolutely wash you, and you'll see me get back a lot of the time because I find the best tactic is when they're doing that is just to get way back and just get a few back easy and then kill them one time.
Step back in.
And then once you get the timing, like you get one coming easy, you can just push them. You can just most of the time they don't have the block they need because they're not strong enough. You know, it's just how it works. So. That was my main tactic. Is if he opened, I would just get back and get it back. But if I open first, I would usually just finish the point. That was my main strategy. Was just like be strong on him. I think that in the past I just tried to rally him way too much. So after this match, I was feeling super hyped up until I found out that he's not 1900, and then I was feeling so sad, bro. I was so hyped. Oh yeah, we got the score wrong too. Somehow we ended up 2 points ahead. Okay, Ryan, GG.
Great job, buddy.
Great job, dude. You're excellent. So during this match, I had an issue with the player where I felt he was hiding his serve, and his coach felt that he wasn't hiding his serve, and they asked me to get a ref. His coach got extremely hyped up. He got, loud. I got a little bit loud back with him. So this game was very dramatic. There was a lot of, I was yelling, they were yelling. It was a whole lot of yelling. Everybody was mad.
I played Daniel 3 times.
Yeah, because we live in the same state. We played the same tournaments. We've played each other a lot. So I know he beat me the next time I played him, and then I beat him the most recent time. So the last time I beat him in the 5th, 11-9.
No.
So this game again, I beat him by 2 points in the 5th. So I've beat him the last 2 times, but it is barely. So like this kid gives me a hard time. He's a classic lefty, crazy huge forehand, steps around all the time.
Yeah.
You can't get him with the wide forehand serves. He just steps over and kills it.
Yeah.
Um,
When he's playing confidently and like he's trusting his technique and his strategies, he's easy 2,000, 2,100.
Yeah, easy. For me with Daniel, it's always just a nerves thing. If you put Daniel against me on paper, he's gonna beat me every time. But I somehow get the edge on him because he'll get nervous, and then I know him well enough that I can tell when he's nervous now, and so I know how to play him based on that. Like I know him. I talk to his mom at all the tournaments. You know, we know each other. You know, it's not like this is some random kid. I've been seeing this kid for years. So I can tell when he's nervous. I can tell when he's confident, and I know his game too. I know the way he's gonna play me. I know he's capable of. You know, I will say I didn't do a good job of playing to his backhand enough.
Yeah.
Which I should have done that more.
Right.
Because the typical strategy against lefties is to go wide to their forehand first. But Daniel actually does such a good job of making you pay for that. If you try to do the normal strategy, he'll make you pay for that every time. If you go wide, he'll boom every time.
His right to left footwork is really elite.
Super good. So I think, and of course, you know, his coaches know that he's left-handed. They coach him to be this way. So, you know, and especially he went up on me 2-1 right here. I was like, oh my God, I'm so nervous, you know, like, because I had just made a big old thing, you know, everybody was fighting. It was all dramatic. And then he went up on me and I was nervous. But the good thing is right here at 2-1 when he went up on me, this is when all the kids came.
Yeah.
So right here in the fourth game, whenever the fourth game started, this when all my students came. So I had a bunch of students that went to this tournament. They all brought their parents, blah, 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 blah. And they all came and then they sat over there to the left of the screen. And then at the fourth game, when I got really nervous and I started freaking out, that was when they sat down, and then at that point, honestly, if they hadn't sat down, I probably would have just got lost. I probably would have just lost right there. But at that point, I was like, I have to put on a good like show for my students. I have to show my students like, you know, the right way to play. You know, have fun, don't get nervous. You know, be positive, those kinds of things. And then like through me showing my students, I actually played better, even though I should just be doing that stuff anyway, like all the time. But for some reason, you know, my students came, and then you know that came out of me, and so it ended up being a really good game. Strategy again, I didn't do a good job.
Yeah, he was just hitting shots.
Dude, I'm just hitting shots against this guy. I tried, like I said, I tried the strategy of like, you know, when you play lefties, you go wide to their left, to their forehand, and then you go anywhere else. But he's just so good at it that I found that it just wasn't worth the risk. And so I started trying to play more to his elbow a lot, which I found that was way more helpful to play to his elbow than to just play outright wide. Like I would go elbow, 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 wide, elbow, 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 wide. And I would go like 2-3 shots always to his middle and then wide. That's the only way to get him, because if you go wide off the first shot, he's so trained to destroy that ball. Like he's going to get you every single time. And I mean, like, obviously, this is just a freak game. Like, this is just a crazy match. He timed out at 10-7. I think they should have let him keep playing, because if they hadn't timed out, I would have been nervous.
Yeah.
But they timed out, and they gave me chance to calm down and be like, okay, it doesn't matter. I just got to go back in and keep playing.
Right.
And then I came back really strong from the time. Like, they gave me a timeout.
Yeah.
I had already timed out, you know? Like, I couldn't time out. They gave me...
If it's like 10-8, sure. But,
yeah, they timed him out at like 10-7. So they made the pressure be on him, not on me.
Yeah.
If it was like 10-9, that would have been the time, you know?
Right.
I don't know. I found that interesting when I was editing the video. And then at the point, once I feel very strong in deuce. I always feel very comfortable in deuce. I want games to go to deuce if at all possible, because third ball is my thing. So it's really hard, even if people go up on me 1 point, it's really hard for them to get 2 in a row, as long as the pressure's on them as well, you know, because the third ball, I can kind of take advantage of their nerves, and the third ball becomes more effective. So I feel very comfortable in deuce. I almost never get nervous in deuce. But and so as soon as this game went to deuce, I kind of had a feeling like I was like, okay, I got him now. Like as soon as I got it to 10-10, I kind of, because I know, you know, his third ball's not that crazy.
Yeah.
So I was like, I can get him, you know. So as far as after the match, I felt awesome after that match.
Yeah.
You know, I really showed out. I really turned up in front of everybody. You know, all my kids were cheering me on. I ran to go dap them up immediately. I had to hype them up.
Yeah.
It was just an awesome match. It's gonna be a match I'm gonna remember forever. It was super fun. GG, Daniel. Love you,
job, buddy.
buddy. Love you, bud. Now we're moving on to AJ's match. AJ at the beginning of this tournament was about 1870, 1880. At the end of this tournament, he came out 2050.
Okay.
So his team
Kids do that.
his team did not lose a single match to anybody. They beat everybody. And then they went to the finals and beat us too. So we played this team twice and they beat us 2 times. I didn't play them in the semifinal. I didn't play them in the finals because I went home early. So Jake and Richard played them and they beat Jake and Richard again in this match. This kid's playing lefty attacker style.
Pretty decent player.
Almost always big third ball. You never missing third ball. He's always going for third ball. And when he goes backhand, he usually just blocking, but his serve's so hard to read, and no matter what I'm giving back, he's still attacking every time. No, I'm asking you, but I think maybe I should have been attacking earlier, not him attacking me first every time.
Well, to avoid that, it's hard. Everybody's trying to attack him. So for lefty, basically for left player, he's a good example for lefty. Just regular, strong lefty player.
Right.
If you by returning the serve to his forehand side more, and just even block to the backhand, make him move backhand, weaker side, and then you start attacking. Instead of you're trying to too hard at the first, and then, or you just return to his backhand. Look at that, and his, sweet spot is step round.
Yeah, exactly.
But you have to stay forehand side and come back.
Yeah.
That's the main strategy.
That's
also,
true.
soft open first. Even you open, you don't see his backhand's not that strong.
Yeah.
Soft shot, you can open his backhand, and until a hard shot, you can kill anywhere. So instead, it's just, this is a good like that. right? And see you switch to forehand to
Yeah.
play. But that doesn't mean, but returning, you should go to the forehand first.
Yeah, I did it.
More.
I definitely wasn't. I saw it as like every time I go to his forehand, he's attacking strong. So I went there maybe 2 times and I didn't try again.
But mostly, good attackers, they always good with step,
Yeah, it
step
doesn't
wrong.
matter. They're gonna attack strong. What you're saying is it doesn't matter. They're gonna attack strong anywhere. So you need to make the move first.
Right.
Yeah,
And
I get what
also
you're
their
saying.
forehand side is not as strong as step around.
Step around.
The
yeah.
most of them like
Lefties
that.
have so.
Make you
Same thing
easier.
when I was playing Daniel Lee. His step around's so strong. It's easier getting points going really far forehand than trying to go backhand
Exactly.
first.
So
Dude.
that's better one.
Yeah.
You good try there.
Yeah,
but
I think I
you
win
lose.
this match. I think I win this game. I think we go 1-1 right here, and then he beats me the next 2.
Okay. And what
So
you
I
think?
think in this one I come back and but even then when I'm beating him, it's just I'm having to try so hard and attack so hard. See, this is why I was thinking, because I start attacking a little harder and I win this match or win this game.
And also, if you want to challenge like a 1900 over 2000 player, you have to start to learn how to play the short game. Start with short, you serve too long.
Yeah, I'm always serving long.
Even the medium long, they can open up.
Yeah.
So you lose your opportunity to attack in the next shot. So serve short. It doesn't matter what spin first, and then you got more chance to attack him.
Yeah, I definitely, and see, I feel like when I go short, other people go short, and then I can't third ball, so that makes me nervous. Like I get nervous to go short, because I'm not attacking good close to the net.
But also returning was short too.
Uh-huh.
He always said, try to open first. See, when doing the rally, you're not bad at all. It's just the first opening. He always opened up first,
Yeah.
and then
That's what blocking.
did good this game. He won.
Yeah,
See, that's the worst returning.
yeah,
And you don't want definitely to. Look at that next one. Better.
Yeah,
When you
better.
open up, you're always better.
yeah. Slower, and see, then I'm getting back and doing. It's not my style to play that way. I'm only getting 1 or 2 shots when I'm jumping back. I'm never getting the I'm never getting the point.
See, small, soft opening.
Yeah, I'm attacking
for
opening.
middle shot.
I think for me, all my matches I'm opening so strong and first
Overpowered.
first ball's
But
too
this
strong.
is good. When you got chance, that one's good. But when you're receiving the serve, when they serve, like a little short or medium long, you can't really attack it. You can, but
It's
you're
soft
not-
attack.
It's soft, yeah.
Yeah.
As long as you open first.
It doesn't matter. I treat it like I have to. I'm treating my opening shot like third ball. I'm treating like I'm trying to win right there, like third ball. But it's not like that for opening attack, especially when they're serving.
Just remember, when closer to table, it's smaller technique. When you back out more table, it's a bigger technique.
Yeah, I
More
was
forward
actually
step.
working on that today and this morning in our training
Right.
session. It's helping me a lot. Yeah, right here is where I started doing bad. He got me nervous right here.
Wow.
He's doing this shot every time, and I'm trying to push short. I'm trying to push I'm trying to control the serve so bad. It's just his serve's so weird. I don't have a lot of practice. I think returning weird lefty serve. You see how he lifts up so high and then throws? You see,
Yeah.
like that's so weird.
So basically, if he serves short, you need a drop shot. If he serves long, as long enough, medium long, you need open.
Open soft though.
Right.
Yeah. See, I was opening hard. That's why I'm missing.
Little quick reaction
Yeah.
there. Maybe
Too high.
that's
Yeah.
why,
It's
that's
bad
why.
receive. Yeah. It's bad receive. I'm not doing drop shot good.
See, also, strategy is from practice.
Yeah.
If you just think of what you want to do in the real game, never been practiced, then it's not going to come out.
Yeah.
You have to practice more. How do you, open up and do different angles. This game is, yeah. See, this was short. When he served short, it's on the spin, but when he served a little long, mostly side spin.
Yeah, so that was what was happening. He's serving so much side spin, I didn't know how to return it in a way that didn't. Sometimes if it's side spin underspin, it goes straight in the net. If it's side spin top spin, it goes straight up. But if I canceling the side spin, then the top spin shooting or the underspin shooting.
For side spin returning, it doesn't matter. There may be more side top, more side under. There's so many ways to do it.
Ah.
You can always open, or you can just slice it that's what
Like
it calls
this way.
strawberry shot.
This way,
Or
yeah.
banana shot, whatever
Yeah.
there's a
Yeah.
It depends that you just starting the right angle. You can start this angle, this angle, this angle.
Yeah.
It just make a. Let's see how much side, how much under they have there.
So you see that based on how they touch the ball first, and then you try copy the same angle.
Not really. You
Which
can
one?
go inverted side too.
The other side of
The
their
other
angle.
side.
Oh.
Right. It
See-
just make a side spin back.
Yeah. So
See,
but.
for lefty, this one,
Uh-huh.
your forehand, you can do here.
Uh-huh.
Different,
Like
other
this?
side. Right.
Oh,
Your
yeah.
other side, you can make a lot
So
farther.
he was
from
doing
forehand.
touching this side of the ball, and then I was trying to touch same side. I wasn't trying to touch opposite side.
Okay.
So I'm more slowing the ball down, I think, just killing the ball, giving him easy attack.
But you starting, we can practice that. You starting the behind the ball, and by the time you contact something, you change the angle.
Yeah.
Not just you try to slice in the side. It's not gonna work that way.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that makes sense. So basically, against him, I need to go soft or open, not trying to kill right away, and then always go white for him first.
Well, mostly.
Mostly.
Right.
And then after that, it's okay, go back in. I missed that
Really?
shot so bad. Oh my god.
That's okay.
Okay, thank you, coach. GG, AJ. Next we got Adam.
Adam, dude, I really like Adam. I'm a big fan of Adam.
Yeah, also a big fan of Adam. Adam's a great kid.
Yeah.
Look, fattest donkey alert. Look at this, bro.
Frick, dude.
Bro, that was
Yeah.
so embarrassing.
That was tough.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
Anyway, Adam's a great kid.
We like Adam.
I really like how he always comes to the tournament with his family. He always has his mom there, like she's always supporting him. He's just a really humble, like nice kid.
Yeah.
He's just a good guy. He is a totally different game than AJ, I would say.
Yeah.
Not even close.
Yeah.
Way more rally.
If you give him an easy forehand, he's gonna. Yeah.
I'll edit it back out.
AJ's is a lot of spin and not a lot of pace, but Adams is just really strong, powerful, and direct.
Yeah, Adam hits more like a grown man
Yeah.
than AJ does. But Adam also misses a lot more.
Yeah.
Way more on his forehand than AJ does. AJ will not miss the table. I got.
So I played Adam twice in this tournament, and then once also in North Carolina. He beat me then, and then at this tournament we went 1-1. He beat me in the finals. That's tough loss.
Tough loss.
But yeah, so a lot of my tactics against him were he went backhand to backhand a lot. He's very consistency based and rally style on his backhand, and then he uses his forehand to finish the points.
Yeah.
Which it's pretty good, and he'll really wait you out. He'll just keep going backhand until you do something or until he gets enough confidence to step around.
Yeah.
Which it's super solid.
I don't think I did a great job of playing him tactically, but watching these videos back, I should have just been killing his elbow.
Yeah.
Like every single point I went to his
Yeah.
elbow, I got that point.
Right.
And so tactically, that's what I should have been doing. But I
Yeah.
think tactically, what I actually did was get back and try to rally with him a lot. You can tell
Yeah.
I would get back and try to loop.
Right.
But what I didn't, he's a close to the table player, so it ended up just being him controlling me and then me missing eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't being thoughtful about where I was trying to finish the point, and I don't think I did a great job of third balling either.
Yeah.
I think I got into the habit of rallying because I was hitting them. I think I could tell I'm hitting these, so I'm gonna keep trying it.
Yeah.
But it's not really the right way to. It still wasn't the right way to play him specifically.
Yeah, it's just you're giving him the same quality, and it's only changing placement. So
Yeah.
he just had to
Exactly.
block here, block there.
Exactly.
If it's a slow ball, and you just finish it.
Right. It's not that my shots were bad. It's just that it was the same shot every
Yeah,
time.
right.
I just kept giving him the same things.
Yeah. I also had a lot of success against Adam doing fake topspin.
Yeah.
So I would
me
do-
too.
I
He
would
had a
do-
hard time with my
yeah,
serve.
I would do a hook serve, and then I would, toss it, and then I would jab the bottom of the ball, and then show this motion afterwards, and it had him really confused for a
Yeah.
lot of points.
I would say definitely serve receive is where Adam struggles the most. That was the main part of the serves. The main thing that I got him and AJ with was serve receive.
Yeah.
And I think that them having the coach, them going over there and asking them, like, because I know that, you know, most people play me and they go ask their coach, how do I get a serves back?
Yeah.
And so I think they would just, you know, I think their coach just told them a really smart serve receive, you know, told them to go long to my backhand over and over and over again. Don't go to my forehand because I'll kill. And then I think they just did, you know, they're just good. They just listen to their coach, man. Like, they're just, you can tell these kids have a style. They're not just playing to play. They're not out here just doing random shots. Like,
they be training.
They're training and they know like what is expected of them. So it's, you know, just good, solid kids all around.
Yeah.
I think before and after the match, how I was feeling, I was definitely feeling disappointed after I lost to AJ. You know, because in my mind I had just lost to 1800. I hadn't lost to the person who won the finals. You know, like a fresh, the first 2000 rated guy. In my mind, I was like, you know, the 1800 beat me again.
Yeah.
But so I was feeling pretty disappointed after losing to AJ, and so I think I got really discouraged whenever we were 1-1. I was feeling pumped up, and then when he beat me deuce in that 1-1, and then he took the 2-1. It was really hard for me to get back into it, man. I was like, you can see I get back, and then I miss. Every time I miss, I'm getting more and more frustrated with myself. I wasn't doing a good job being positive after every point. And again, I'm still getting the same quality on every ball.
Yeah.
So it's just I wasn't setting myself up. You know, I didn't do a great job of playing at the quality that I would have had to beat the number one team in our division.
Right.
Which is realistically, these guys were the number one team in our division.
Definitely.
And so it's just, you know, we didn't. I personally did not play them as if they, like, I didn't go into this match like, oh, this is the number one team in our division. I was like, oh, this is a bunch of 1800 kids. Yeah. And that's how I played them, and that's why I lost to all of them so bad. You know, at the end, I even gave up. Like, you could tell, like, I was just really discouraged and frustrated because I went into this expecting, like, oh, this is going to be a good match, and then, you know, it ended up not being a good match. So, GG, Adam. Really proud of you guys. Y'all did a great job in the finals. Glad we could at least go get a semifinalist medal next to you guys.
They won last year as well. So their team is back to back.
Dude,
that's super.
Two
sick.
times in a row is crazy. You guys are lit. I didn't.
Back
Even,
to
this
back.
is my actual reaction. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay, so this next one is a fluke. This is my match against Danny. He's a 1600, but after the first set, the camera got turned. And so this entire match went to waste. I beat him 3-0. Danny is a strong power looper on the forehand. He has kind of a pretty good serve. Danny complained the whole time that he couldn't see because the corner was dark, and so he said that he didn't play his best. So
the glare.
he was complaining the whole time about the glare. So I don't think he played his best this match. So it's probably fine that you only get to see the beginning. But we did have a really cool final point of this point, which is why I left the whole thing in, because I got a really nasty block on him right there. It was lit. So. After this, the camera moved. The thing where like he kept trying to like give me compliments and like talk to me a lot.
The mind games.
Yeah, before I like I didn't really. That's not my vibe. Like I don't compliment people before I play them and while I'm playing them and after I play them. You know. So we're now to my final match of the tournament. This is with Vin. He was from the team OLYMPIAN, not fans, Vans.
Important distinction.
For my analysis of him, he is a classic spin lord. He slows the ball down a lot. He makes it really spinny, big arcs. Anytime the ball goes power, he's mostly blocking and waiting for a slow one. As soon as you give him a slow one, that ball is loaded every single time. Super spinny, always going like super tall. And then anytime there's power, he just takes it out, puts it back. Super slow, hoping you'll give him something he can loop again.
Yeah.
I found that I had a lot of success with him in the beginning because I think in the beginning he tried to go power for power with me a lot. And I think that very quickly, especially I think in the second game, he was really trying to hit hard, like hit through me more, which I like when people play that way. So it helped me a lot. And then after that point was sick. After that, I think he realized that slow balls weren't really the best, or slow balls were a smarter answer to play me than trying to hit through me and beat me with power. And so he just started blocking me so slow. And then eventually I would give him back something weak, and every time I did, he would just loop it super hard. And then I didn't have a good loop in this tournament. A good block against loop in this tournament. I didn't feel like very confident against people attacking, so I had a hard time with him. Did you play? No, you didn't play him. You played that other kid.
Yeah.
The skinny one.
Yeah, he played me the same way. It was just backhands, like the absolute slowest blocks I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And it was bad, dude. I played so bad.
Yeah, I played really bad against him as well. It was like this guy just knew my weakness was slow balls. Like he found it out because I think that's his strength, is that he can just block super slow, and then when people give him something back, he can always attack it. He was doing that to me constantly. And so I found it so, like, again, this is another time which I don't think I did a great job in this tournament of focusing more on tactics and focusing more on strategies, because once I started missing, or once I stopped having good qualities or things like that, I found myself like feeling like there was no answer, and like just giving up, and like, not trying to come up with a new answer to beat them. Which, like, this kid started playing me slow, and then I just kind of gave up. So for strategy against this guy, again, the strategies I tried to use were to attack him a lot, but he kept slowing me down. So
you probably should have played with the pace a little bit more and the spin.
What's weird is when I remember this game, like, after, I thought he beat me so bad, I didn't even remember that I took him to deuce in the last game or anything. Like, I remember him.
Nathan, Break Table Tennis brought to you.
Okay, bet. This has been Match Analysis with Nathan and Jake.
Brought to you by the Hitman.